So reward referrals. It's a great thing to do. So many of our clients have come up with neat and innovative ways to do this. Here's an example right here. Here it is right here. People get a referral. They send somebody out. Here's 2 tickets to the movies. Okay? And then coupons for 2 medium drinks, 2 medium popcorns. If you've been to the movies lately, you realize this portion alone is worth about $35,000. Isn't that right? Okay? That costs $17.50. Is that a nice thing to give somebody for what might be a very high-paying commission, yes or no? Yes. And people enjoy it, they appreciate it, they're rewarded, and they can't wait to what? Do it again. Do it again. Some of our clients have done stuff like this. Now, again, you got to be careful. You don't want to ever go over the line of trying to buy people's business. But this is, some people have done stuff like this. Take a first-class flight on us, okay? And what they do is for all the people who send them referrals, they put their names in a hat, and they do a drawing, and they send them first class somewhere around the country. Here's one of our coaching clients up in the Pacific Northwest, okay? Here's my bud right here, Kevin Lynch, okay? Now, when we met Kevin, he was massively struggling in his business, okay? And, very, very near getting out of the business altogether. I want to show you this. This is what he does now every year. He's been with us 5 years. This is a picture of him and the family, okay? From our home to yours, special thanks to. And these are all the people. See this list? These are all the people who send him referrals during the year. And then here's what he does. He publishes it in the local newspaper. Who is this for? Is he trying to generate leads from people who don't know him? This is for his clients. Then what he does is he takes a copy of it and he turns it into this nice cardstock and he sends it all out to them in the mail. Okay? And tells them what edition it was in. Is this good stuff? Yes or no? Okay. Everyone appreciates receiving a tangible token of appreciation. Write in the words tangible and appreciation. Everyone appreciates receiving a tangible token of appreciation. Other examples of referral response. Write a thank you note. Send a bouquet of flowers to work or home. Underline this one. Deliver a gift basket to work or home. Whenever I got a referral from somebody in a business to a coworker, let me tell you, I made a big deal. I made a big splash. Make a statement, that type of deal. I'd have big bouquets of flowers delivered, or with balloons and fruit baskets and all kinds of stuff like that. And I'd have it delivered to work because I want the people in the office talking about it. Does that make sense? Okay? Great way to generate leads. Boy, you get people in a company talking, you get one after another, after another, after another. There's a company in Rancho Bernardo. It was called Cyberbridge. They had 40 employees. I got 17 referrals. Okay? I'm telling you, the baskets got bigger. Okay? Clients that give you multiple referrals. Okay? We'll spend a little time on these folks in a moment. These are called A+. Invite them to play golf, send them theater tickets, provide them with good seats at a sporting event. Some very classy people have bought tickets for the river dance. Now, in the margin of your workbook, I want you to write the name of this system. It's called the Client Appreciation Program. The Client Appreciation Program. People have heard me refer to it as a CAP or a CAP. The Client Appreciation Program. Now, there's lots of things I can share with you here today, but I will share the Client Appreciation Program. In the last 2 years of my real estate career, I averaged in excess of 35 referrals a month. And the Client Appreciation Program developed an awful lot of those. And this was really the system that harnessed the power of my database and made it to go to work for me. And so I only have a few minutes to share on it, but this is a very powerful system. The most powerful way to have a steady stream of referrals is to send or deliver an item of value. Write that in, an item of value every month to your A people. An item of value every month to your A people. All right, let's have a little chat about this. An item of value. It's very important we define what that is and what we're trying to do. It's not like, here, Christina, here's a pumpkin because it's Halloween type thing. We're trying to do something very specific. Referrals are built on this one principle right here. You got to have this to get people's referrals. You got to have their trust. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Okay. But most people have this one-dimensional view of trust. They simply believe that it's a person's character. It's a person's character. They trust me. Now, here's the thing. There's a bunch of people in your local community who absolutely trust you, who absolutely know you. And it does not mean they're going to do business with you. And it does not mean they're going to refer their friends. They've got to know about the other 50% of trust. They've got to know about your competence as well. They've got to know that you're good. They got to know your character and your competence. Now watch how difficult this is. It is a very difficult thing to communicate your own character and your own competence to somebody without sounding like an idiot. For example, Christina, I want you to trust me. Trust me, Christina. Who are the people who normally say that? People you can't trust, right? So difficult to communicate the character. What about competence? Christine, I'm very good. I'm number one in my office. I have plaques. I have trophies. I have awards. I have pictures of myself. Very difficult for me to communicate my character, my competence to Christina. Is that true? Now watch this. Judy's my client. Judy can have a conversation with Christina when I'm not even there. And she can communicate my character and my competence in such a way that the very first time you and I talk, there's a significant level of trust between us. Does that make sense, yes or no? Now, the Client Appreciation Program, what I did was this was a system where I actually caused these conversations to take place every single day. I caused these conversations to take place by sending out every month an item of value. And the items of value were very specific in nature, almost scientific in how I approached it. I would send out personal items of value, and those are designed to communicate the character. Personal items of value communicate the character. Professional items of value, they communicate the competence. Personal items of value communicate the character. Professional items of value, they communicate the competence. And systematically, every month, my clients got an item of value. To the point that here's what happened. It cut through their cocoons. It went from the mail was suspicious to they had an expectation. There was always something good. Now, to put a context on this, I'm going to show you some examples of these here in a moment. Inside our company at Providence, we have a department that actually creates and develops these items of value every month for the people we coach. And we develop these items of value, give them to our clients, and they send them out to their clients. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples here. At the beginning of the year, the postal rate changed from 33 to 34 cents. So this was a letter that we developed. I'll kind of blow it up a little bit for you if I can here. All right. As you probably know, our U.S. Postal Service increased the cost of a first-class letter from 33 to 34 cents on January 7, 2001. We are enclosing 20 1-cent stamps. So using the advanced math, how much is the investment here? Okay. Because we do not want our American economy to go into a tailspin over the seemingly innocuous increase. Have you considered the actual cost caused by the 1-cent increase to our American economy? We have. Let's assume 10 million Americans make a special trip to purchase 1-cent stamps, taking an average of 30 minutes round trip. Let's assume the average hourly value of their time is $12 an hour. In this projection, the cost time value of 10 million Americans buying 1-cent stamps is $60 million. Wow! We take comfort in the fact that our simple gesture of sending out 20 1-cent stamps has saved our country abundant lost productivity. Oh, by the way, by now you're probably feeling indebted to us. Big time. That's okay. Just keep us in mind and give us a call when you or your acquaintance have real estate needs. We'll save you time, money, hassles. We value your business and your referrals. So our clients took this and they did stuff like this with it. This one gal sent out the same letter with "Don't Go Postal" and sent out these stamps. Okay? How many of you in here, how many of you are in the coaching program, how many of you sent out the 1-cent stamp letter? Let me see your hand. Did you guys get a good response? People went nuts for this thing. In fact, now you got to picture the scene. We have thousands of people we coach. They have hundreds and hundreds of people in their database. So what happened is this letter went to well over more than 1 million homes. And what happened is we got phone calls from all over the country because postal districts were selling out of stamps. The first call we got was from the postal district officer in Colorado Springs. Because all of our clients were going in there, I need 2,000 1-cent stamps, please. And so they sold out of stamps, and they're like, who the hell are you people? You working for the Russians? What's going on here? Stage 1 alert, we're out of stamps. So wild stuff. But now watch this. I sent Judy 20 1-cent stamps. Does she know how much I spent on her? Let me ask that again. Is she able to figure it out? Remember, most of our clients are not realtors. So we send them out. She's looking at this thing. Here's what it does. Watch this. It communicates both my character and my competence. I'm thinking about you, Judy. I don't want you to have to waste the stamps you have and throw them out. And I don't want you to have to stand in line all afternoon to get stamps. And I'm thinking of neat ways in my spare time to do something neat for you, to bless you. And here they are. I hope you enjoy the stamps. Communicates the character and the competence. Does that make sense? And it sets up a wonderful opportunity for me to get on the phone shortly thereafter. Hi, Judy. Brian Buffini calling from Buffini Real Estate. How are you doing? Judy, did you get the stamps they sent you in the mail? Was that helpful for you? You had a few 33s lying around? That's great. I hope you enjoy them. And by the end of the phone call, I say, by the way, Judy, if you know anyone who's thinking about buying or selling a home who'd appreciate this same level of service, just give me a call with their name and number. I'd be happy to follow up with them for you. Okay? Is that an easy conversation, yes or no? Is it a non-threatening one? Is that different than a cold call? I'd say so. Let me give you a professional item of value. The one that we followed up, the personal item of value, was the stamps. So the next item of value we developed for our clients was this one. Okay? Why do less than 7% of U.S. households have a budget? So very few homes in America currently have a budget, which isn't a great thing. So we went into a detailed explanation. Here's the benefits of it. Here's what you'll be able to do. Here's how it works. Of course, the bottom of the letter will always have what on it? Oh, by the way. And then this nice color piece, which has a quote from Ben Franklin. It only takes a small leak to sink a great ship. Okay? Here's the budgeting process. Here's household CFO tips, yada, yada, yada. And then on the back of the piece, here it was. Here was the budget. So you can actually get going. Now, two things. Between the stamps and the budget, how many of you would like to receive that at your own house? Let me see your hands. How many of you would like to send it out to your clients' homes? Let me see your hands. Does this stuff cost a lot of money, yes or no? Not at all. Not at all. Very powerful. It sets up a wonderful opportunity to call behind. Now, as great as this stuff is, I've talked about the database and building it. And you can see now the power of the personal notes. You can see how special, rewarding referrals can be. And you can see how a client appreciation program applied to that database produced great dividends. And as good as all that written communication is, here's what I want to share with you, a principle. If you'll take a look at this. As good as the written communication stuff I just showed you is, when it's followed by personal contact, the personal contact, watch this, makes the written communication up to 7 times more effective. You want to have both going on. But the personal contact makes the written communication up to 7 times more effective. Don't make the mistake that many people make. They confuse activity with productivity. They think, okay, sending somebody a personal note is as good as seeing somebody in person. Sending somebody an item of value is as good as calling them on the phone. It's not. But here's what happens. When you do both and, when you send the personal notes and the items of value, and follow up with a call or a visit, which we call a pop-by, it makes this written communication up to 7 times more effective. Does that make sense, yes or no? Yes. Brings tremendous, much more power to it. In the last couple of years of my business, I averaged a little over 35 referrals a month. The vast majority of those referrals came from the Client Appreciation Program. And it took me a long time to figure out what an item of value was. And that's why we've developed these items of value for you to send out every single month. Sending out those personal notes builds deep relationships with people. Now remember, it takes 30 days of doing something to make it a habit, but it takes a year of doing something to make it a lifestyle. So you've got to keep doing it and be consistent. Now once you're sending out items of value and personal notes, now what we have to have is person-to-person contact. The next video in the series will outline exactly what